let's start this from the beginning. My name is the Prophet, or at least that's what I go by as now. For the last few years, I've been parading as an out-of-sync timeline version of the current man you guys know. There was a time, a few years back, where I meddled with things that shouldn't have been meddled with. Do I regret the choices I've made? Yes. But for the greater good, I tried to fix things. And these things just wouldn't remain intact. But I'm getting ahead of myself. The big question is, what is the another? And more importantly, what is the day of reckoning? Well, it goes back to the beginning of this known universe. There were two known figures that created this Earth, the Creator and the Chronicler. The Creator forged worlds and dimensions and made sure to keep all of them separated. And the Chronicler kept note of every single universe. However, there was one dimension that he had particularly a fancy for. A dimension where forgotten dreams and lost ideas went. This place was known as the Forgotten Dimension. A bit of a basic name for most, sure, but the name went right to the point. But the interesting thing was that those ideas, while thought forgotten, were still living and breathing, and thus the dimension became sentient, and wanted to understand why these ideas were left behind, and the Chronicler gave it a purpose. However, when the Creator found out about this, he was infuriated, and subject the Creator to an unruly punishment. Exile to the one place he was giving information to. The Chronicler lived in harmony with this dimension for a short while. However, the dimension grew more and more curious, to a point where it devoured the Chronicler. However, his knowledge and teachings were later found by unconventional means. Was it a mistake that I found in the Grimoire? Yes. Yes, it was. Do I regret meddling with it? Yes, absolutely. But would I take it all back? Yes, of course I would. My mistakes would later come to haunt me when a version of myself from past beyond would come back. And this was known as the Gosei battle. However, unbeknownst to all of you, that battle ended in tragedy. I was out as the victim, but I was too naive to face off against the another when it broke the barriers between these dimensions. To a point where I had to do the unthinkable. And I thought that with the reset timeline, I would be able to stop myself from making the same mistakes I've made before. Hence why I adopted the mask and the hood. However, this proved to be an even greater mistake. It nearly drained me to reset the timeline this last time, as it did every other time I did. But this time, though, I'm not going to run away. I'm not going to be cowardly. This time, I'm going to destroy it, once and for all. In order to do this, I need help from an unlikely ally.
You have a lot of nerve to get your face around here, especially after we did it the last time.
I understand you may not wish to talk to me, but you know as well as I do why I'm here. It's to help us.
Yeah, right. And I seem to recall that your newest incarnation of yourself, aka the current Green, isn't an asshole. You were back then. You forgot me. You left me aside. I'm surprised you even want to take care of this after all this time.
It's because I'm done trying to put this off.
Why don't you stop beating around the bush and tell me why you're actually here? You're here for this, aren't you?
As a matter of fact, yes. Surely there's a spell there that could help with our current predicament.
Don't you think I would have tried that already? Unfortunately, all it says here about outer gods is that they can't be killed by conventional means, not by out-of-sync timeline versions of a previous person or their inner demons. So we're shit out of luck.
I had a feeling it wouldn't be that easy. That's why I come to help you in your battle.
What exactly do you have in mind?
Take this, and you'll understand.
Bit on the nose, isn't it?
What can I say? I like theming.
And what makes you think I'm just gonna take this from you? After everything you put me through?
Because I know you. Deep down in your heart, you don't resent me anymore.
Fair enough. The next time I see him, I'm not going to make the same mistakes I did with you. Unlike you, I know how to forgive.
As did I. And I still do.
See ya, asshole.
Only time will tell now.
Hey, what the hell? What happened?
Oh, you are kidding me right now.
The day of reckoning has come.